HMHS Britannic and RMS Titanic and HMHS Britannic. Complete timeline. And let's start with HMHS Britannic since the whole timeline is very short. And let's get started. HMHS Britannic blue hold on. Alright, let's continue. HMHS RMS Britannic blueprint was planted in 1901, and then in 1908, RMS Britannic was almost again built. In 1908, it was RMS Olympic and RMS Titanic first before Britannic's keel was laid. And therefore, RMS Olympic was launched. That's when RMS Britannic keel was laid, and then she was getting built along with her sister ship, RMS Titanic. And it won't be that long till her sister ship, RMS Titanic, will be launched too with her sister ship, Olympic. Olympic passed her safety tests, and Olympic's first main flight was scheduled as RMS Titanic was again launched, and then after that, RMS Olympic went on a main voyage. Let's get back to Britannic. She's getting built. It took till 1914 to complete Britannic and get her launched. But something will happen to make Britannic's to delay Britannic ever getting done, because on April 15th, 1912, RMS Titanic struck an iceberg and sent out a distress call, and RMS Carpathia was on her way. It took her 4 hours, and RMS Olympic was on her way to try to help Titanic, but it's too late. Then after that Titanic disaster, it wasn't it was easy to replace some things on Britannic, and then they was looking at blueprints, make some changes, and Olympic would get changes too, but it would be harder since Olympic was already done and doing her routes. And then after that, Britannic's this construction started back again. In 1914, RMS/HMHS Britannic was launched, but Britannic couldn't be a passenger liner because in 1914, World War I would break out, and the British Army would need ships. So Britannic was everything was fit in her or funnels or boilers or engines, but sooner or later she be get painted this color, white with red hospital signs on it with a green stripe on it, because she would be a hospital ship during World War One, along as her sister ship was a troop ship, HMT Olympic, or Mad Sea Troop Ship. And she was doing very good during the war. And then in 1916, HMHS Britannic struck a mine and sunk in 55 minutes. The captain of Britannic was trying to get it to shore before it's full, but it was only making it go hard starboard and sink very fast, so they stopped and the captain ordered abandon ship, and every lifeboat got off. And Britannic went onto his side, hit seafoam very hard with a barrel and break it in two, break in half, but the barrel is still attached to the barrel a little bit and sunk. Well, that is HMHS Britannic's timeline, and now Britannic's story is finally done. Now it's time for RMS Titanic. After this is RMS Aquitania, Mauritania, and Queen Mary timeline. And after that is Carpathia and Queen Elizabeth timeline. I think I'm doing RMS Lusitania story again, but I'm gonna check. Yep, RMS Lusitania timeline part 2, Mauritania, Queen Mary. There's supposed to be a Aquitania. Yep, Aquitania part 3. Queen Elizabeth story timeline part 2.
Elijah, you want some noodles and cheese?
Nah.
It's good.
Hmm.
Come on and get some.
I'm just in here. There's 2 of my channels on my HMHS Britannic that you can go look at. Also, I got 79 subscribers too now. Alright, let's get to RMS Titanic. RMS Titanic was built in 1908 and she was finished in 1911, I think. It was May 31st when RMS Titanic was launched, and she was getting everything in, and then in 19 almost through in 1912 she was finally finished. But by 1911 her first main voyage was cancelled due to RMS Olympic damage. Her starboard bow propeller and it fell, and she needed a new one. So they took RMS Titanic's starboard side propeller and gave it to Olympic. And then again in 1911, after Olympic got after RMS Titanic got a new propeller. Once again, Olympic damaged the same starboard propeller, and then once again, RMS Titanic had to give her propeller to RMS Olympic. And then in April 10th, 1912, will be Titanic's first main voyage, and her main voyage will continue. After RMS Titanic passed her tests to be safe, she left Belfast to Southampton, pouring like this, so they couldn't see what happened on the starboard side due to the coal fire broke out. And then she was getting everything ready, and then all the passengers got in. Fair enough with passengers. Before we continue with the Titanic story, I'll begin some packages in the mail. So I'm gonna be doing package videos, unboxing videos. I got unboxing video part 1, part 2, and then part 3. Alright, let's continue Titanic story, and then around noon, RMS Titanic left Southampton to Queenstown. RMS Titanic left Southampton to Cherbourg, then to Queenstown, where RMS SS Nomadic was right here by the start of the battle, having passed over its board, and then RMS Titanic left Queenstown and headed towards New York. It was a quiet RMS Titanic. Quiet main voyage at sea was quiet and calm. And then we get to April 14th, 1912 at 11:40 p.m. The people, I don't remember the name, I have to look their names up, in the crow's nest saw an iceberg and rung the bell 3 times and called up to the bridge to tell him there's an iceberg ahead. And then Mr. Murdoch, which is on the starboard side by the bridge, saw the iceberg, went and told him, iceberg ahead, hard to starboard. Hard to starboard means turn to port very fast. Captain Smith ordered all engines stop so Titanic can slow down and try to get past the iceberg without hitting it. But at 11:40 p.m., RMS Titanic struck the iceberg and damaged 6 and whipped through 6 wall-type doors from the starboard bow all the way but below the first funnel. It's where the damage is, and Titanic couldn't take it, so she started sinking. But no one didn't know that at the time because RMS Titanic was sinking so low that it didn't seem like she was sinking. But when RMS Titanic was getting to a point where her bow is starting to go underwater, that's when they noticed the Titanic is sinking. RMS Titanic did go to hard to stone. Not stone, hard to port, and then RMS Titanic starting herself out, and then she started sinking like this. Before we continue, again, sorry. There's gonna be another live stream after this, maybe. I gotta see which one. Yep. I'll see which one I'm gonna go live. Alright. Let's get back to RMS Titanic. At 12:15, the first distress call was sent out, and then RMS Titanic saw a familiar light of a ship by the starboard side, all the way in the distance. It was RMS Californian. I'm just using this as a Californian. It's really to call peso, but I'm using this as a Californian. The Californian was stuck in the iceberg field. RMS Titanic was trying to get hold of detention by sealing off distress rockets, and the crew saw it. Crew of California saw it and went to the captain. The captain said, "Oh, they're just having a party. There's nothing wrong." And so they just went back to work, whatever they were doing on board the Californian that night. And then at 12:30 to 12:40, RMS Titanic operator guy got a message from the Carpathia saying that they're at 17 knots and they're heading whole way, and they'll be there in 4 hours. And then after that, RMS Olympic is starting to get aware of what's wrong with her sister ship, RMS Titanic. So RMS Olympic tried to reach Titanic, but no answer. And then RMS Carpathia told Titanic, can you hear your sister ship, RMS? Can you hear RMS Olympic trying to talk to you?" And the warrior operator said no. The warrior operator said no. Sound of air, sound of steam. That means that he couldn't hear because of the steam blowing out of Titanic's massive funnels. Oh no. That's on the 4 point. If it does, I'll just glue it back on. Alright, let's get back to Titanic. The warrior operator couldn't hear the messages that Olympic was trying to say because noise of steam was rolling out of Titanic's massive funnels. And then Olympic sent a message again, and this time he actually heard Olympic. And Olympic said, What's going on? You hit a iceberg. And RMS Titanic said, we have hit an iceberg and need immediate assistance. And then RMS Olympic said, alright, we're heading away. And while Olympic is on her way, she's still talking to Titanic. And then all of a sudden, that night, every ship kept on talking at the same time to Titanic, trying to see what's going on. And then the wireless operator on Olympic got so a little bit mad, or what do you say, a little mad in saying, every ship stop translating, stop talking. I'm trying to talk to Titanic, and then after that, RMS Olympics send her final message at 2:20 a.m. but no response because at 2:20 a.m. is when RMS Titanic split in half and was going underneath the surface and going straight down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. She was going like this, like an airplane will go underneath the surface, and then she hit her bow like this and broke her back, and then water went on top of her, making she was broken in half, and that's what she looks like now. Well, that's the end of the story. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. A new videos are coming out every week. That is the end of HMHS Britannic and RMS Titanic's timeline. See you.